Hey folks, I am Becky with Enduring Finances. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're taking a look at the breakdown of my budget and net worth for the month of October of 2023. So let's go ahead and take a look at the goals that I set for myself for the month of October and how we did with them. So as far as my goals for the month of October, I wanted to do weight training twice a week. That did not happen. It just didn't work out. I did get cardio in, and I was able to cut down my tree stump almost completely to the ground. I've got to do some follow-up digging and stuff, and that'll depend on the weather. Just really worked hard on that, and I feel really confident about what I've done with that by myself and a chainsaw. I was able to go on a fall hike with Jackson. We've had a lot of bad weather, so I'm really glad that I got at least one of those in. And then I feel like I've done a really good job of catching up on my photo backlog from my business, and I continue to work forward with that, but I feel like I checked that box, I feel like. And then this month we did go ahead and save $100 for house projects in the future. Let's go ahead and see the goals that I made for myself for the month of November. So we're going to continue with that weight train twice a week, as far as the cardio training twice a week as well. And then I want to go ahead and rake up all my fall leaves. My goal is to transfer them to my garden to break down and fill into that soil. And I want to try and go on another fall hike. And this is going to depend on the weather. We've had a lot of rain, and I don't know if it's going to happen. It depends on the trails, but we're going to do that. And then I'm going to try and catch up on my print setups. And this is my photography as far as like creating a display for the photographs that I'm trying to sell. And then I want to try and save $100 for house projects again. So those are my goals for the month of October and November. Yeah. So let's go ahead and jump into how we did. Alright, so first off, we've got our personal expenses here. We can see that we paid my mortgage, my car insurance, didn't have to worry about trash or sewer, and we have that internet split between my personal expenses and my business expenses. And then we paid $50.40 on water this month, and then $80.84 on electrical. We're getting into the colder months, so that is going to grow pretty high during the winter because everything in my house is electrical. As far as groceries, let's jump on over to my breakdown. We did 4 runs at the grocery store, coming in for a total of $375.04. So just shy of $100 a week there. We did do a little bit of eating out, but mostly I was just covering tips with that, and the other person was paying. That's kind of my go-to, is you pay, I tip, or vice versa. As far as gas, we did 4 fill-ups there. Quite a bit at the end of the month here, because I did do a trip back to the eastern side of the state to visit some family and say hello to my new niece, so we spent a little bit extra money doing that. And then we have a $17.89 on business credit from my business expenses here, bringing my total personal spending on gas to $145.16. As far as health and maintenance, spent $200 on counseling, $158.82 on the oil change and all of that. I did get a new battery for about $100. Those are combined to bringing that total to $458.82. As far as fun and other stuff, mostly it was just on business stuff for the house. So we did yard and house stuff for $34.47, just fixing stuff. And then as far as birthdays and holidays, spent $26.40 on stamps and $26 on Christmas presents, bringing that to $52.40, wrapping up all of my personal expenses to $2,579.25. And it was a little bit more expensive than what I was estimating for. And that's because we did end up getting that new battery and a trip back home. Let's go ahead and jump into my business expenses. So we can see that we have that internet split. We paid $50 business expenses for that. No Norton Security, no Enduring Finances. But as far as Holy Smokes Photography, we did have quite a bit of money spent there. $4 in Etsy fees, $12.69 in Etsy marketing, and then $233.94 in printing. And this is because I did my annual calendar order, got those pre-orders in and ready to ship those out and sell those to hopeful potential customers. So that total was $250.63. As far as additional income, we are seeing that $17.89 coming out, bringing my total business expenses this month to $318.52, so a little bit more there, but we did do that calendar setup. As far as income, let's see how we did there. So we can see that we did earn that $508 on my VA benefit, $1,290.99 for my part-time job, so just shy of what I was estimating, $500 from other, as we've already discussed, 33 cents from Enduring Finance's website ads. We made $176 off of calendars. Already had a lot of pre-orders set up, and so went with that. And then $2.04 from stock photos, bringing that total to $178.04. And then the big one, we come to additional income. I made $160 doing dog sitting, $440 donating plasma, $102 doing Lime scooters, and then $160 from house sitting on a Rover. We had one of my repeat clients back again, bringing my total additional income to $862 even. And that brings my total income from all of that to $3,339.41. So about $360 more than I was estimating, which is good on that. Let's go ahead and see how this impacts my total income breakdown. So we can see expenses was $2,897.77. That's between personal and business. We made $3,339.41 for a positive gain of $441.64, which is amazing. We've had a couple of bad months the last couple months, so this is good to see a positive income coming through that. As far as breaking that down between personal and business, just me there. Let's go ahead and jump into my investing. So we earned $4.45 off of my high yield savings account. We earned $123.33 off of my stock portfolio. So let's jump over here. And we can see $122.10 of that was off of dividends, and then $1.23 was off of a stock trade that I did, and then 2 cents in fees, bringing that to $123.31, not including those fees there. Including those fees, $123.31 with those fees taken into account. As far as Lending Club, I made $5.66 off of principal returned back to me, and then 54 cents off of interest paid to me, and then 6 cents in fees, bringing that total to $6.14. My 403B retirement account saw a loss of just under $800 and 6 cents in fees, and then so we had a loss of over $800 there between all of them. And then as far as my thrift savings plan, my government retirement account, we saw a loss of $190.05 in the market value. And so we had a rough month again. We saw a loss overall of $861.87 as far as this. But next month I'll go ahead and break down all the individual dividends that I earned so you can see those and how I invest my stock portfolio. Let's go ahead and take a look and see at my net worth. So looking at the month of October for this, we still have my primary home, my only home, valued at $308,800. That's the estimated market valuation from the appraiser that I got, that the city sends. $150 cash on hand, $100 in my checking account. Then we bumped up. We finally, because we dipped into our emergency fund last month, we kind of filled that back up with the cash that we made this month. So we're back up to $2,000 with that. We'll continue to grow. My Lending Club is down to $46. My dividend portfolio is down to $28,963. We jumped down below $29,000 for the first time in a long time. My 403B is now valued at $28,106. My TSB is valued at $13,869. My personal property is still the same, $6,200, $1,600, $1,300, and $7,500, bringing my total assets to just below $400,000 at $397,635,000. And then the only liability that I have is the mortgage on my home, which is now dropped down to $186,482, bringing my total net worth now to $211,153 for a decrease of just about 26% from the month of September. Just barely hundreds of dollars there, nothing too major. Most of this is due with the market decreases here. We're generally going to see that increase as markets go up, but it has been a rocky year in the stock market. So that is going to wrap things up for me today, guys. Hopefully you guys were able to hit your budget as well and increase your net worth or decrease with the market value. You never know, but keep staying strong with your long-term goals and your short-term goals and what you want to do with that. And I will see you next time. Bye.